Police in Peru say Joran Sloot confessed to killing 21-year-old Stephany Flores in a hotel room in Lima. They say he'll help them reenact the crime. Sloot has previously been questioned in the 2005 disappearance of American teenager Natalee Holloway in Aruba. Well, police in Peru say Joran Sloot admits he killed 21-year-old Stephany Flores. Well, now, could that confession help solve another case? The disappearance of Natalee Holloway. Police in Aruba arrested Sloot after Holloway vanished in 2005. The American teenager was on a trip to the Caribbean island with friends. Sloot and two other men were arrested twice, but released each time. Well, in the current case, Flores was found last week in a Lima hotel room registered in Sloot's name. Hotel video showed the pair entering the room early on May the 30th. Then Sloot emerging alone several hours later. Sloot entered Chile last Wednesday. He was captured 2 days later, then extradited to Peru. In his home country of the Netherlands, one newspaper criticised Peru's police for parading Sloot in front of cameras and wondered if he could get a fair trial. Well, this is Connect the World from London. Welcome back. We're still awaiting formal charges against Sloot. I want to bring in Rafael Romo from Lima. We do hear the details of what's going on, Rafael, at this point. Are we going to get a reenactment of the scene at some point?
That's right, Becky, and that's the reason why we've been here all day. There was the possibility of a reenactment here today, especially after the confession last night. That has not happened yet, and now we're learning from the Peruvian National Police that it may not happen until tomorrow. But we are learning new details about the investigation and about this homicide case. Among them, that Joran Sloot was under the influence of marijuana when he killed 21-year-old Stephany Flores. That's coming from the Peruvian National Police. What we understand is that on the morning of Sunday, May 30th, they were spending time together in room 309 of this hotel, and he went out to get some coffee. As he returned, he realized that she was using his computer and to learn some details about his connection to the disappearance of Natalee Holloway in Aruba in 2005, the American high school student who disappeared back then and whose whereabouts are still unknown. That apparently made him very angry. There was an argument, there was a confrontation. She slapped him, and then he struck her back, and in the end, there was a struggle. He ended up beating her badly, and she ended up dead with a broken neck. And that's the latest that we have learned from Peruvian police, Becky.
Chilling story, Rafael. We thank you for that. Now, news of Sloot's reported confession comes as the Natalee Holloway Resource Center opened in Washington. Its mission: provide help to the families of missing persons and give students advice on how to travel safely. Well, Natalee's mother, Beth Holloway, is working with the center. She appeared at the opening and talked about the case in Peru.
I know what it's like. It's been a stressful time for me, and I know it's been a very trying time for you. Again, thank you for your continued support. And please, again, let's all remind ourselves and keep the Flores family in our hearts and in our prayers. Thank you. God bless.
Well, earlier I discussed both Natalee Holloway and the events in Peru with Natalee's aunt, Linda Allison. I started by asking her how she felt and the family after hearing about Sloot's reported confession in the Stephany Flores murder. This is what she said.
I felt a little sigh of relief that the investigators had gotten him to confess to the death of Stephany Flores, but also understanding that he also negotiated a lighter sentence. I was maybe a little disappointed that it wouldn't be a full sentence full life term in the prison.
How do you feel when you see the photos of him?
Of course, every thought goes through my mind of how despicable, how deplorable he is, and how could he, when I look at him and ask how in the world could he have been so vicious to commit such a crime that he did.
How's your family coping 5 years on?
The hardest thing for us, because of Stephany's death, from her interaction with Joran van der Sloot, all of our emotions resurface, and it brings back very vividly the emotions that we had gone through in the beginning through the investigation that we had to deal with of trying to find out what has happened to Natalee. And so it's been just very difficult. It's almost like we've gone through grieving Natalee's, death again.
Is there any closure for the family at this point?
I don't think there'll be any closure until we get answers as to what has happened to Natalee. It does give us comfort to know that he will not be out on the streets any longer, causing any more harm to any young women. But I don't think it gives me the closure that I need to know what has ever happened to Natalee.
Natalee Holloway's aunt, and I must impress upon you that Joran van der Sloot has denied any involvement in the disappearance of Natalee Holloway. Well, police in Peru say Joran van der Sloot confessed to killing 21-year-old Stephany Flores in a hotel room in Lima. They say he'll help them reenact the crime. Van der Sloot has previously been questioned in the 2005 disappearance of American teenager Natalee Holloway in Aruba.